These photos were taken by the master himself, and it's a bit of a sensation. Simon de Pury, a star auctioneer who has had perhaps more priceless artworks pass through his hands than any other, is now exhibiting his own photographs. He calls his own work pure Purygraphy.
It may seem unusual that an art dealer and auctioneer should be an artist himself. But I found that many museum directors, curators, collectors and art dealers are also artists, but they all keep it secret.
I just go public with it.
So now he has gone public, even though as head auctioneer at Philippe de Pury and Company, only the highest quality pieces of art suffice. So expectations were high. In the end, a travel diary has been released with photos that the jet-setter has taken from his travels around the world.
What interests me the most is the visual, the structural. I'm just obsessed by the visual. I'm always traveling as part of my work, and thankfully I always have a camera at hand to capture anything that fascinates me.
Simon de Pury has presented his photos in Berlin. Even though he visits many of the important stages of the global art market, this city in particular has always captivated him.
The city of Berlin is becoming ever more important. At this point in time, I would say that Berlin is culturally the most important city in Europe. It's a bit like New York was in the early 80s. Artists from all over the world are based in Berlin.
As his pictures show, he travels all over the world. Terminal 5 at Heathrow Airport. Or Tokyo in January of this year. And London's Chinatown in February.
What's nice about life is you can always discover something new. You never stop learning.
Everywhere Simon de Pury goes, he meets old friends, like Matthias Harder, curator of the Newton Foundation in Berlin. Simon de Pury was friends for a long time with photographer Helmut Newton and cooperates closely with the foundation. De Pury can even be seen in the current exhibition here. In the art world, he's something of an authority.
This is the photograph from that famous evening in Berlin in 2000, when we sold Helmut Newton's sumo book. It remains to this day the highest price paid for a book in the 20th century. Then at 3 in the morning, we went to the bar and drank champagne in what is today the Regent Hotel on Gendarmenmarkt. And Helmut Newton, Benedict Taschen and I celebrated in true style.
The auction of the hand-signed copy with works by Helmut Newton, which went for 317,000 euros, was one of Simon de Pury's most spectacular. His experience of life in the art world has inspired his own artwork.
I'm often inspired by paintings of my favorite artists. You just absorb everything you see like a sponge and then try to reproduce it somehow in your own way.
De Pury has also learned from the big names when it comes to pricing his work. An original costs around 6,000 euros. And Simon de Pury again did what he does best and sold one of his own works the very first day.